Welcome, great and lovely people of Biafra, lovers of freedom. Today will be analysis on certain happenings in the zoo, Nigeria, in regards to their military, and then what are the consequences in respect to the Biafra situation. Now, you look on your screen, you will discover that Zamfara residents flee from homes, abandoned farms as bandits leader Dan Ishuhu demands 172 million naira levy from 25 villages. This is coming from Sahara Reporters. And then if you look on the other side, the other pictures, you will discover that you will see burnt houses and burnt vehicles. These are the operational vehicles of the zoo military in Zamfara. The Boko Haram members busted the military division and then, carted away many weapons, destroyed their weaponry, their arsenal, carted away, equipment from their arsenal, and then destroyed the whole place. Many of the zoo military ran for safety into bushes. Many of them were Kpai, and then up till this minute, the chief of defense staff has said nothing about this attack. If it were to be in the southeast, if it were to be in the south, you are going to be hearing of so many nonsense. You are going to be hearing that the community will face huge retaliation from the military. You will be hearing the community will be this, the community will be decimated, you will be hearing all manner of nonsense. But today, the military is quiet. They cannot say anything. Of course, we know that these Boko Haram are their boys. So they have done the job that they asked them to do, and nobody will question them. Nobody will question them. This is what I continue to tell our people. Open your eyes to realities of things. If this was in Biafra territory, you are going to hear the response. You are going to see the kind of response that will be made under that community. But look at it here. They cannot even make a statement against the attack. People are now fleeing from their homes, and these are Christian communities in Zamfara. Christian communities in Zamfara. And I want you to understand that most or 50% or 60% of the officers that you will find there are from the south, just as the officers that are in the south are over 60% from the north. So that is how they shuffle these things. That is how they mix them. Officers from the south, they push them to the north. Officers from the north, they push them to the south. Now, you would want to agree with me that many of the southern officers have been buyed in that process. Sometimes when we tell our people what is happening, they continue to say, you are buying your brothers in the military, you are buying this in the military. We are warning you, whether you are in Biafra land or you are in the north, it is not safe for you. Why not remove yourself from that, situation where you can be buyed at any time? Why not free yourself and do something better for yourself? Now, I want you to listen to the Chief of Defense Staff.
We'll wake up and say that we're killing people when we're actually not doing the same. And guess what? Where the Giwa barracks you're talking about, we have all the humanitarian agencies working there. You have the UN working, local and international organizations are working. Are we saying they are complicit? There is nothing we're doing in the back. So if they don't say it, which means Amnesty International is equal, and Amnesty is equally there. So which means they're equally accusing all these other organizations of being complicit.
So just to be clear, you would be prepared to go to the ICJ in The Hague and answer these accusations?
We're not scared of anything because we don't have anything of such.
We've seen Boko Haram regroup and regroup and regroup. What is your answer to that? That you have in some way fed the insurgents?
The problem is that I think we've talked to international community. Let's find out the funding. When they started surrendering, by the time we left, so as we speak, we have over 120,000 that have surrendered. Most of them, when you find them, they are coming with hard currencies. How did they get them? How are they funded? How did they get the training? How did they get the equipment?
What is your suspicion?
Well, maybe an international conspiracy, you don't know. Who knows? How are they be able to sustain themselves for 15 years? That is one question I think everybody should ask himself. For Nigeria to be able to hold them, and you go to Nigeria, everything seems to be working well.
You must have an idea. I mean, let's not talk about international conspiracy theories. Let's give some hard facts.
Well, I just leave it at that. I'm sure they know, and I'm sure everybody knows that these are the challenges we're facing that needs to be addressed. So the UN need to come in to ensure that, because we need to trace the funding. How are they sustaining themselves for 15 years?
What does the UN coming in mean? What does that look like?
Track the funding. It's international flow. We don't have control over that.
Whose interest is it to see Nigeria destabilize?
Well, I don't know. You don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
You just listened to a chief of defense staff. You are asked questions about your security and you don't know. You are blaming other countries. You are blaming other countries. If you are not working with them, how do they succeed? You are busy blaming other countries. Now, for avoidance of doubt, he said he does not know the finances. But in 2021, United Arab Emirates sent a list of people who are financing and companies who are financing Boko Haram. They swept it under the carpet. They bullshit everything about that. Yet, they are still looking for the financiers. Look at it. The cable. UAE places 6 Nigerians on terror list. Now, they say they have been, the 6 Nigerians are Abdurrahman Ado Musa, Salihu Yusuf Adamu, Bashir Ali Yusuf, Muhammad Ibrahim Isa, Ibrahim Ali Al-Hassan, and Suraju Abubakar Muhammad, and many other names and companies. They listed these things, but these people will not go and apprehend these people and ask them questions. No, because they are working for them, because they know what they are doing, because it is still they who are doing the same thing, who are maintaining the insurgency, who are in charge. That is why those who have passed through these areas, these corridors, have always come out to say, you see this military, they are not neutral. They are not neutral. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. Many people, many generals have come out to tell you this. But all of a sudden, some people will develop, amnesia to realities on ground. They will develop amnesia to remembering what people have said, remembering the researches done by so many people, and remembering the names of people who have been implicated for these activities. Yet, all they are interested in is to make sure that they bring down Biafra, to make sure that they bring down and arrest the youth of Biafra as much as possible, so that they can still have control over Biafra land, which is not possible for them. They have seen that it is very, very impossible for them to handle that territory called Biafra, and so they are doing every means of sabotage, every means of bribing people to ensure that they sabotage Biafra. That is their goal. That is what they have been doing. Now, for people who do not understand what is happening, I want you to hear from the wife of this Sierra Leone president, for you to understand a little bit of what Africa is passing through. Listen to her.
Way forward from where we've begun now.
When you look at what Sierra Leone have to offer when it comes to our mineral resources, the kind of mineral resources we have in our country is enough to take care of everybody in that country. We should not have a single poor person in Sierra Leone. But unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight and say, no, we are not going to do this, they use the system to stop you. It's either they set you up with the opposition and they'll be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country so that you are not able to even govern your own people. They will do things to make you not to be functionable. And of course, any country that don't have peace cannot develop.
You heard what she said. There are certain things that we need to pick out, because this is just a snippet of the video she made. Now, there are certain things we have to pick out from what she has said. They will set you up when you are against their plans to continue to milk your mineral resources. Now, how do you relate this to the Biafra cause? Biafra houses a plethora of, mineral resources in quantum. What is there again to continue to milk the mineral resources of Biafra? Now, if you are against their activities, which is what Biafra, seeks to achieve, total freedom of the people of Biafra, total freedom of control of their mineral resources and their God-given blessings, they want to truncate it. And how do they go about truncating it? They will side with your adversaries. They will side with your opposition. Now, in this case, who are your oppositions? Those who do not support Biafra. Those Ifulefus in Biafra land who are supposed to be Biafrans, who claim not to be Biafrans. Those Ifulefus who are eating fat from the government. They continue to feed them and they continue to use them to actualize their plans. So these people will continue to be against whatever you are doing. That is why we continue to say anybody who stands in support of any government, in support of any organization that supports Nigeria, in support of anything Nigeria, is against you, because they would always be used by the government to truncate the activities of Biafra. That is why we continue to beg our people, open your eyes to see clear. Open your eyes to see clear. They will do anything to ensure that they blackmail you. They will do everything to ensure that they put you in bad light in the society, so that people will be against you, and then they will continue to milk you. They will continue to take your resources. They will continue to subjugate you. That is exactly what they are doing. That is exactly what they did against Simon Ekpa by trying to, they will tell you, Simon Ekpa boys buy one woman, they buy the pregnant woman, they did this and did that. All lies. All lies. They commit a crime, they pin it on those who are agitating for Biafra, and then they will try to, make you the villain. And when they do that, they have won. Open your eyes to what is happening. Open your eyes to realities. See clearly what these people are doing. What happened during NSAS? Exactly the same thing. They paid some youth to go and cause chaos. They paid some youth to cause chaos, and they said the protesters has started causing chaos, and as such, they invited the military and why so many people. That is exactly who they are. They will continue to do things. They will continue to cause problems and blame the problems that they have caused on you. If you are not strong enough to withstand, you will fall off. They will defeat you. Open your eyes. It is Biafra first. Thank you for listening.